daughter was different. My daughter was like, yo, I don't care what y'all doing. They went on a trip. My daughter was like, look, she wanted to study abroad trips. And they was like, yo, we drink over here. My daughter was like, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do sex. I ain't into that. I'm here to get an education. I don't got time for what you want. She came with her values. She said, this is what I believe. And if you ain't on what I'm on, I ain't with you. And I don't mind. There's a difference. What's your values? What do you believe in? Don't switch up. You go to church, don't come up here and switch up because your friends don't go to church. Don't switch up what you believe in. You was a virgin before you got here, stay one. Don't switch up.
Make daughters virgin again. Make daughters virgin again. This is exactly what I wanted to showcase to you guys, that as a father, the most important job that you have, and I have 3 cameras going on, so mind me looking at the 3 different things. It's, you know, I'll take a picture after of this setup here. But in any case, as a father of a daughter, you have no greater responsibility than to protect the innocence of your daughter, okay? Physically and mentally as well, right? That's why as a father, you should be empowered to protect the innocence of your daughter. And making daughters virgin again will actually solve most of the problems in the society. Seriously, the hoflation is the real epidemic. I don't know how people cannot see this, all right? We have absolutely must. There's no other way. There's absolutely no other way. The only way we fix this society and this total mess by ensuring that the daughters are raised by their fathers. Because the only way to combat the prostitution epidemic, all right, is to ensure that the daughters are raised by the fathers. All right, you cannot argue with me that who will raise a prostitute, a mother or a father. So if there's no father present, that's why we have the epidemic of OnlyFans. All right, so my daughters, Avala Soboleva and Rosa Soboleva, must absolutely be brought back to their father, and they have to be brought back to their Poland, Warsaw, where they can live in the healthiest, in the safest place possible. All right. And then as a father, I will make sure that I actually raise my daughters to be virgins, not like their mother, all right? The father of Sarah Herha failed miserably because unfortunately he raised a whore that I tried to help, fix, and maybe save in the process. But instead of being grateful for tremendous list of opportunities and experiences, including 2 incredible daughters, completely healthy, that is my accomplishment. Not your Sarah Herha. If it was up to you, you would not have those daughters, or they would be much unhealthy, unfortunately, because you are the outcome of your family, all right, on how many different medications you were on, right? When I told you, if you want to have children, you have to get off all the medications first, right? And that was my mistake. I should have just left you alone, like a black hole that you are. But instead of being grateful for tremendous amount of all the experiences and transformations that was given to you, you have no better opportunity than to compromise me getting my son back, sabotage my son back, my project in Mexico, and then this is where we are. This is where we are. I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, how is that even possible? But you know what? We just have to keep moving forward. So I am so grateful to Sarah Herha to provide me this necessary turmoil and suffering and this deep valley that I had to walk through. And as I'm walking through it, I fear no evil because God wins all this. I trust God with everything in my being. And as much as people want to diminish and dismiss my trust complete without a drop of fail in God, like that's it. I have nothing to fear. I just have to create this Rosa's place. So Rosa's place is a place for girls to be raised virgins and to be raised caring wives and to be raised selfless mothers, right? If we're not doing this to the women, to the girls, how do you expect them to be that, right? They don't even have any examples of that. They don't see that anywhere. You know, they just see the BS that they basically going into themselves afterwards. And these women are lost. Women are lost because they don't have a guidance and protection and provision for their fathers, right? So we need to empower a good fathers, all right? Myself included, all right? I'm starting the movement, the Team Girl Guides. Like, you need to understand, this is the greatest opportunity for me to turn the struggle into success. okay? To turn the test into the testimony, right? To turn the breakdown into the breakthrough. There's a single action that's going to solve most societal problems in this world, and is to ensure that girls specifically are raised by their fathers. All right? And unfortunately, the father has been killed by illegal immigrants or in the war for the bankers and the synagogue of Satan. I am volunteering my father time with those daughters. Okay, I live in Warsaw, Poland. So you can come here. I'm going to be opening Rosa's Place, which will be Italian cooking school. All right. I love Italian food. We're going to make some twist with it, with some Russian and some Persian and some Polish. Like, we'll make a great restaurant. Right. Sticking to the basics still though, steaks, pizza, burgers, and ice cream. Those are like the four staples that I always had with my son. And he was always looking forward to having steaks with his papa. Right. So you can, guys, help me make this all come true. You can help me bring my children to their father, and then you can help me ensure that daughters specifically who are fatherless, we help them connect with the fathers that want to take on to raise a daughter. All right. I will not be prevented for fulfilling God's plan for me to be the father. But besides absolute necessity to raise my own son and sons in the future, I am taking on to raise other daughters myself. All right. So the widows with the daughters can contact me, and besides myself, I'm going to be organizing other fathers who will be doing this. Like, this is Eric Thomas. I love Eric Thomas. We're going to listen to this one more time. Like, I am so guided. This was presented to me in my algorithm because I thought about it, that it's absolute necessity to ensure that we make virgins great again. All right, that we make daughters virgins again. All right, that is the t-shirt. Make daughters virgin again.
You get an education. I don't got time for what you want. She came with her values. She said, "This is what I believe. And if you ain't on what I'm on, we drink over here." My daughter's like, "I don't drink.
The daughter says she doesn't drink.
I don't smoke.
She doesn't smoke.
I don't do sex.
She doesn't do sex. Right?
Yeah, I'm here to get an education. I don't got time for what you want. She came with her values.
This is the father. This is the father who instilled the values into his daughter. Right? And this is the responsibility that I have. And I'm not able to do this with my daughters because they've been prevented by their, I don't know, maybe already OnlyFans model, Sarah Hercha. But she definitely expressed desire being on there, right? Like, that's who basically raising my daughters, not the father, right? Who doesn't want them to use makeup and bullshit, right? At 2 and 3 years old, despicable, absolutely. And the freedom people supported this shit, pathetic.
I believe, and if you ain't on what I'm on, I ain't with you. And I don't mind cutting. There's a difference. What's your values? What do you believe in? Don't switch up. You go to church, don't come up here and switch up because your friends don't go to church. Don't switch up what you believe in. You was a virgin before you got here, stay one. Don't switch up.
You were a virgin before, stay a virgin. All right? I gotta go. We'll make it very short, this one. Stay tuned. I'm gonna need lots of help to organize this tremendous platform, Team Girl, to make sure that no daughters are left behind without the father. All right, that is the campaign. No daughter left behind without the father. All right, God bless you all, guys. Stay healthy, stay blessed. Always stay free above all. And know God wins always. Peace.